Hi everyone, my name is Lam, and today I will introduce you to Fashion Aura, an e-commerce platform designed for buying and selling clothes with an admin overseeing for the whole process. Let me take you on a quick tour of Fashion Aura. This website begins at the home page, and when you click on this Shop Now button, which we're using doodling to get directly to the product page, here, user can see a wide range of products, like specifically clothing items. However, to engage in buying and selling clothes, user will first need to log in and register. If you already have an account, you can go to login page. If you don't, you go to this register page and simply create an account like this with this email and password like 123 and click register. When you're done, it will go to login page and you have to use the email and password you created earlier. And here it will go to account page, but we'll get into that later. And once login, you can add items into cart. Like I'm picking this one and it will go to this cart. It's over here and you can proceed with purchase. This platform also have a My Account sections where users can update their profile, personal details, or manage product and order management. And that's the tour for our website. For my part, I'm in charge for the products coding component for the project. And here's how it went. For this product page, it started with an accessory, uh, a variable like this one. And when the page loads, this creative functions will fetch products and categories so that the user can has access to all data. These methods use access, which is over here, to send HTTP requests to the server to get products and category data. And if the server responds successfully, it stores the data in the products and category variables. For example, I can have a quick demonstrate here in Postman to receive all the product data. Here, you can see these products which is showing here on our website. Moving on to the user interface, the platform features a computed property called filter products here. So basically, if a user selects certain categories, types in a search word, or sets a price filter, these functions make sure only relevant products are shown. For example, I want to find pens. These are our pens for a quick search. Or I can using this filter by category to find watches. Or I can find by price, like adjusting these like this. So basically, the function, these filtering logics entirely implemented on the front end, ensuring quick and responsive updates to the display product. Besides that, I'm also responsible for the product controller, which includes 8 methods. Um, First is get or list of product records by its ID, by user ID, by category ID, search product by name, brand, color, and size, create a new product record, updating and deleting an existing product record with the product ID. These functionalities will be form the foundation for our product management, which will we discuss later on. Now I'll pass this over to Tom to explain what happens after a product is added to a cart.
Hello everyone, my name is Tung and I'll be in charge of the designing the cart as well as of the function to add to cart for each of the product in our website. As my colleague mentioned before, in order for you to add cart, you need to be signed in as a buyer, user, or admin. As you can see here, I already been signed in with the buyer's ID number 10, and for the cart page to be appears and you are able to add the product to the cart page. For now, I'm just going to add the long sleeve and short sleeve. And now when you go into the cart page, you'll see the two products already been added to the cart with the default quantity of 1. You can also increase or decrease the quantities of each item already in cart by 1 by clicking on this button. And you can see when you click on that button, the total price also reflected on the total number of money you have to pay for that orders in the cart. And you can also remove the number the items altogether, so that the total price also been reflected. So when you click on checked out, the message appear like to inform that you placed the order successfully. And in order for check on the orders, you can go to order management, and will be the last order. You can check on the shipping address and the order numbers and everything. As long as we're on my account, I'll just show you how we can change the user information. So before placing any orders, you can change your name, change your phone numbers, and also changing the address, so that it will be reflect on the next that you place. That you update successfully and also being reflected onto the front end. And let me show you how we do that using the post and delete and delete a function recruit from the backend. From the postman, whenever the user sign in, we get that user card by the function like to the servers to get the card number based on the user ID. And the user ID in 10, we send it. We can see the ID for the card is 10, and we get the card by ID. This will show all the number of item as well as the total price in the card number 10. And when we send it, you see currently there is no item in the card. I'll just add one. And it will also be reflected to the back end. As I said again, the quantity is 1, and the IDs that for the product is 1. Yeah. And we can also add an item into cart using the same post method to the servers, and updating the item as item already added to cart, and changing the quantities. Removing the item is being implemented to the delete button on that I showed you before. And the cart to check out is the another code to apply to the checkout button. And let me show you the code to the front end as well. So this is a product page. Every product has a add to cart button. So when you add to cart, we will check if that user is logged in or not. And if that user is not logged in, it will return a message. And also we implemented to the get user by cart ID that we already mentioned before, and also with the add to cart function. Yeah. And let me show you the back ends for that. And for the back end, I'll show you the cart model, that including the ID, the quantity, and the total price. And and for the controller, the cart controller, we have a lot of function that I mentioned before, as in the postman, we get the get mapping for get cart by ID, the get create card for users. And whenever a new user is signed up, we create a new card for that users. And add item to cart, as I mentioned before, and updating the item, like updating the quantity of that items. All right, and I think that'll be all. The delete mapping also for the delete button that I showed you on Postman before. And thank you for listening, and I'll pass on next session to my colleague.
So hello, my name is Fu Xuan, and today I'm gonna walk you through the order manage part and the product manage part of the system. I'm gonna show you the code in the backend and front end that I've done. And as what refer to what Tong said, after you added the order into from the cart, like check out the order from the cart, you'll see this view of your order. And I'm currently logging in as the buyer, Olivia Wright, and you can see her ID in the H2 console here. User run. Can you see the user here, Olivia Wright? She's user 12. And then if she doesn't like what she's ordered, she can actually go into edit and change maybe the quantity. Maybe she want this, maybe she want more of this, and then it will do the calculation here with the unit price to total price and show the quantity. Maybe do pending update. It will show its update and show the total quantities has been changed here. And for this part, for the order, this part of the user, that's what you can see and you can change. But if you go to my account and log in as seller. So currently now I'm logging in as a seller called Ethan Baker, and he doesn't really have any order because he is just selling things, all the products. And these are both the product that he has. And then he can go into edit, like this t-shirt product price. Maybe you want to change it to 10 because of the Black Friday sale. Do the update. You can see the price here is update, and go to the product here. Product here, and the price is update. And also, of course, you can delete product. Okay, and it will be removed from the products page. You can see anything now. Yeah, and that's the buyer's view and seller's view. They can only see what they've listed or what they've bought on the platform. But if you log in as a special role, like the admin, you can actually, like I'm logging as admin Mia Adams, and I can actually see the whole thing, including all the products that different seller listed here, and also see the order that different buyers placed, like the one I've shown you in the when I was logging in as Olivia Wright. And of course, you can edit things here. You can even delete. You can also delete this here. And then when you log in as a buyer again, you can see your order is gone. And let's see. And what you've so when you go to the backend of the system, this is the order controller. It has this 6 different endpoint. You can get all the mappings where you see the full order list, like in the admin and in the buyers list. And you can also see you get orders by ID, and also you can see the get it by user ID, which you can see it from the buyers list. And then you can also see the add orders, like each buyers can place order inside, and also the put mapping, which is update order that I showed you in this demo, and the delete mapping that I also demonstrated in the demo. And let's go to the front end, which the order service shows the all 6 endpoint that you just saw in the backend. And from the index perspective, you can see that when you first click on the order management page, you will go to this orders page view, which already has the left bar all set up, because for the system, as you can see, when we click on the different tabs, it only changes the right, which is the main part of the page, and then the left bar are kept the same. And after that, it will redirect to the order management, view, which is the order list. Yeah, which is the order list view here, which lists out all the different orders that you've seen in the system, like here. And if there's any order, it will show up here. And the style, and if you want to update, like you click into the edit, it will go into the update order component, the view here, and you can edit different numbers and price. And yeah, this is the data it requires, and this is what it will display, or it will pass to the front end from the back end from here. And if you're updating it, these are what it's gonna pass through update order, the product ID and the quantity. And also here, it's gonna pass to the backend. So this is how the JSON and the body looks like. And yeah, that's what I've done for the coding.
Going to the next one, it's for the user management. So user management here just show the user list that like generate the dummy data when the program starts at the backend, and then it can go to like the add new user, edit user, and delete user. So this is like just the dummy data, like create a new user, like just like put my own information, and then if I want to like inactive or active, create like as a monitor or whatever, and then the password is like it filled by default, and then when I create it, it should be go at the bottom here, and then I can edit my information like to whatever, to admin, to activate or something like create. But I cannot edit the email here. I block it. I don't want to someone to edit the email. Gonna be messed up here. And then I change it to seller active, and then the information is already up to update here. And I also can delete it, so it's no longer this user available here. So let's go into the coding. So the coding starts from the front. The front end here is like on the user page. When we go from the dashboard, so it's only admin that can access to the user management. When they go into like user page. So user page here, it will be redirect to the user list. So user list. Here's my user. So user list here, and then user list is just the listing here. Listing in here, like all the phone number, last name, first name, and then first it fetch the user from the endpoint. This endpoint is like this is the collection of my endpoint here, and access to the backend. And this is like can have like add and edit the user. So I just like push to the next to the name of the route name, like the sub children of the user can be like user slash add. This is direct to the same function between update and delete by just using for edit, just passing the user ID into that. So let's see. So this is the user list. When I click on add, it go into like the it's just like add sub directly to that. Edit is the same form, but it's just changing the name and passing the parameter to that. This is the front end. So between that one, we go into add and edit. It go into this one, add or edit the update user that all have all the form and submission. And then it have two functions there. It's like first we get all the role to get into like filter. We get all the role list because when we go there, we need to get all this, get all role from the backend. And then we have submit. This is the submit user. When we try to update something, this is also fix user. We fix the specific user by user ID in case of the update user. And then when we like finish like update or add a new one, the data fill into the form. And then when we submit it, if it update user, we're gonna use this one, use this endpoint. If it add a new user, we're gonna use this endpoint. So this is the add new user, and this is the update the existing user by passing the user ID. So the backend, this is the backend. So the backend, I have like a graph function for that, get all the user, get user by ID, delete, update, and also active and active, but I don't use it here. This is the get all user. So we get all user by using like this the wrapper of the response. This is only the admin that can access it. All of it, create new user. This is by providing the information here, and update user and also delete user. So yes, and then the backend when we first run in the system, yeah, this is the data that I need to load the data when I run the system for the first time. I just load the user somewhere here, and at the same time I also like create the list or the card. When we create a user, we also create the card. That's why like in the database here, the user ID and the user ID 1 to 13, it have the same ID as the card ID, because every time we create a user, we also create the card ID to attack with the user. It's like 1-to-1 relationship between user and card. Yeah, I think. So for category management, it's the same as the route management. It's using the same template and the same concept. So we can start from like this is the category list, and then this is the new category list. Let's say like a new one is showed, and then I put inactive, and then I save it. This is the inactive, and we can edit and delete. Let's see in the database when we run it, it's like the active is full, and then it's on 18, and then I can edit it again to put like active again, and then can be showed same all, and then it will be update to that one, and the database also update. Yes, then I can delete it. Yeah, it will be no more here. Yeah, okay, let's go to the coding part. So we start from the front. So when we go into this type, the category management is only allowed for the admin role and seller role that I get when we log it in, because when we log it in, we store it in the local storage that I get from that, and then I access to the role name and checks with that one. And after that, the role or the category page, it will be the redirect to categories page, and category page here will be the redirect to the category list. So category page here just consists of the route inside here, the three here that navigate to specific page like route list or category list. So category list is just like the list here that we can see, and then in that part we have like 3 buttons that need to be action, like add a new category, edit and delete each specific category. So first it's just like fetching. When we go into the category list, it will be called list. It's fetch the category list that get all the category from the HTTP here. This is the endpoint, and then we get into like slash category, and then it will be get the data from the backend, go back into the response here, and then I access this and pass the category data into the empty list here, and pass into the v4 into the table here. And then each like edit and delete, I also have the event click like edit category. It will be pushed to the next route called like route name update category, and pass the parameter to that. So this is the route. So yeah, I pass ID along and then pass to the update. And for the add, it's also the same. I use the same component but without passing the any parameter. So the add is also the same, pass into this route but without any parameter here. And delete is just like confirmation, and also if you confirm, it's just like delete category like to the endpoint, and then alert success or not success based on the data. And we go into like the add and edit. So the add and edit, when we get into this page, it have 2 things here. If we edit the category, it will be checked if it's available. We can get the category ID from that, and then after we get it, we request this function. So this function, what this function do is like it requests to the category service, and then get the category by ID. So we will get the detailed category by ID, and then go back into response, and this response just pass the value from the endpoint that we have. So it will be consists of ID, name, and active. So it will be passed back to the form, and then the form will fill into the UI that we can see. And then when we update this one, update button, update the button, it will be saved here, and then we check the condition. If it edit, it will be just like using update. If it add a new one, we use a different one. We use add category. We just like get the form. This one is just like have the ID along because we update. Go to the backend. So the backend, when we run the program, we need to load the dummy data from the JSON. Yes, JSON category, not JSON data. And then we load it like when we run it for the first time, we will load this data to the database to have the sum data, and then this is the category that we create, the table that we create, and then the field that we generate from the model, and then this is the function for the category controller. So we have like get all, just like find all the data from repository, from it will be do the work for the get the data from database, and then if it's empty, we will show the message like, oh no category found, and then if it it just like respond back with the message here that I do the wrapper like on top of the data. And then this is like get the category by ID, and then this is the create category. It just get the data, and then like save it and respond back. This is like the update one, just checking is it present or not. If it's present, then we do the work. We just changing that gate from the the request and then save it, set the new one, and this is the delete, just like respond nothing, respond no content to the user. Yes, I think that's all.